85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
I have to say, Andre, I've experienced my favorite perk from the Marriott that I just stayed in Orlando.
Go on.
There's 2 perks, actually. So the first one was they happened to be on a golf course. And part of my room, they gave me a bucket of balls every morning to hit.
Love it.
Just, I've never been happier.
That's a crazy perk, really.
It's a great perk.
Yeah.
So that's number one. The other one is not really for me as much, but I thought it was really clever. So right when you get down from the elevator on the wall, they have 2 boards. And when you go to an airport, it shows you all the departures and arrivals. They just had that right there. All the departures and arrivals. I was like, why doesn't every freaking hotel have this?
Wise.
What?
Wise. I'm thinking there probably is some company that wisely sells, will come to your hotel and put up flight boards for you. Because there's got to be some software that
just says, oh, this is what it is.
Puts the flights up there that the airport has, and also, I don't know.
It seems like a no-brainer.
That is a no-brainer. But so what I want to talk about is Florida.
Yeah.
Which is where you were on your business trip.
So I haven't been to Florida since 2010. Mm-hmm. So it's been 10 years since I've been to Florida.
Yeah. It's a very different place now.
It's a different place now. Florida was great. The weather was great. Went there for a trade show, which is why I was not here last week. And we didn't go to Disney World, but we did go to Disney Springs, which I hear you're fond of.
I love Disney Springs.
Disney Springs seems like it seems like if Disney was just like, we're going to do an outdoor mall.
Yeah, exactly. But what I love is the restaurants at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
I'm in love with. The vibe. I'm in love with.
It's a fun, It's
the only outdoor mall that I really like.
The one thing that I thought was a little over the top was somewhere in the middle, there is this little mini amphitheater, and there's some poor person just sitting up there DJing for no one, and they're like DJing Disney music like into itself.
Exactly.
And
I know exactly what you're talking about, and they should do away with that.
They should
put a hot dog stand there instead.
Or like if you're gonna have that, have somebody constantly like, hey, we're playing Disney bingo or whatever. Don't just have somebody up there like
we're listening to Disney songs. This is so fun. Florida is my dream place to live.
Yeah.
If as soon as I could get a decent job in Florida,
you'd find some beach.
I would be in Florida. I think it's such a great place.
But would you be on the Gulf side or the Atlantic side?
I would be in Orlando. I love Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, but the Gulf.
And I don't like the beach.
Oh,
I just love the weather. I love the weather.
Sure.
I love the vibe. I love the humidity.
Anyway, well, there are lots of places you can go.
I know,
but they don't all have Disney World.
Exactly.
No. All right, let's do a podcast.
Fine.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant, Lord Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Will someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal this idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
We are back.
Finally.
Me.
Where you been?
I'm back.
Gosh. We were lonely without you last week.
No, it really sounded like you guys missed me.
It didn't feel right.
In the first 10 minutes of that last episode.
We only talk about you behind your back.
Right, yes. No, it is great to be back in the Thieves' Den here.
Yes, we are in the Thieves' Den, and Diego, this is his house, is cooking a pizza. This will be the first podcast where we are in a pizza kitchen.
No, it's great to be back, and Thieves, we got a good episode for you. I got the big idea. So here's the thing. There are several people at work who this is the first time they listened to the podcast without me, and they're like, "Oh, that was a good episode." And it's with you guys.
It's not fine. Always like that.
It's just fine. But I got to bring the guns. If they're coming back, I got to really sell it this time. So I'm bringing the big idea, and it's a good one. I'm confident about this one. I think you're gonna like it. I think everyone's gonna like it.
Love it.
So we got a good idea. We got a couple of things in the mailbag we're gonna cover. But before we get into any of that, explain to the thieves here, Andre. What is Steal This Idea?
Steal This Idea is the only podcast where every single week we give away free $1 million business ideas. That's right, completely free. You can steal them. You can run with them. We think that they're all amazing. Scott, what is an old episode of Steal This Idea that you truly love?
Ooh, an old episode of Steal This Idea
that maybe new thieves could go back and listen to, or old thieves can go back and re-listen to?
That is a great question. I think this is actually one of my favorite ideas, and it's an idea that I called the prime time. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Prime time, where you take old or abandoned or closing movie theaters.
Oh.
And what you do is you take things like primetime television. So things like right now, This Is Us is on. It's back on. You have College Game Day. You have championships. Basically, instead
Real
of
Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah.
Would
That's
be bopping out of prime time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at prime time, you basically, instead of having movie theaters playing just like the 6 movies that are out, you have theaters showing all these primetime things, and you hop in with other people. There's some private rooms that you can reserve and do a little movie night, but like they're in leading up to movie releases, they're showing some movies there, but it's just constantly new stuff there. New Game of Thrones, whatever the show of the month is. Prime time.
I love prime time.
Thieves, go back and listen to Prime Time if you haven't. It's a great episode. We go more details of that. Anyway, before we get into the main event here, Andre, I think it's time to do a little good idea, bad idea. Good idea, bad idea, Andre. Who should we go first?
You go first.
Now, good idea, bad idea, thieves, for those who don't know, every week we have good ideas and we have some bad ideas. Usually we find them on Instagram or Facebook, things that we want to discuss. Is this actually viable? Is this something that's worth your dollars, our dollars? Sometimes we buy these things and we test them. Sometimes we just trash on them for 10 minutes straight, often. So I'm going to start here with this first one. It's called Note Cube. So Note Cube, I saw an ad for. It's a stylish keepsake box filled with beautiful notes. It's a way for people to express their feelings towards someone special in a box full of memories and love. So this is not, instead of just sending somebody some memories, this is like a nice wooden box that you can chalk it up with. You give it to them as a nice presentation. I imagine, I get the sense there's like a chatbooks type thing where they can format the pictures and the sentiments for you and put it all together. What are your thoughts on this?
Not super positive. So in Thieves, you can picture it's basically like just a really small box full of note card and photos of a very standard like 2x3 size.
It's about the size of a small picture frame, but like a little bit thicker.
Certainly not like an amazing technological innovation.
No.
How much is it? I am trying to figure out.
Yeah, I didn't see a price. Let's see if I can guess how much.
I literally am filling out a form right now to figure out how much it costs.
That's insane. Okay, so it looks like printed $49, or you can just get
digital only. What? How does this work? Digital only.
Well, so I get they have the formatting, so you would submit a bunch of pictures, and they would send you like an envelope, I guess, or no, I guess if it's digital only, it's just like a little. Here's a Google Drive
full of your own pictures. I can do that myself for sure.
Yeah.
Make your week within minutes. Available on mobile and desktop.
I love that it says use for all years, so these expire. Awesome.
Great. Stupid. Bad idea. That's my official opinion.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Can't say that I would recommend Trustbox.
I think so go visit
the
notecube.com, thieves, and you'll understand just how easy it is to rip this idea off. You can buy a little box of that same size at Michael's. You can even paint it yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you could print your own cards at Kinko's.
Yeah, Costco or anything. Yeah. I love what people choose to put for tabs. And so it's like home and about us, contact, how it works. And then one that just says happiness.
Happiness.
That's good. Yeah, bad idea.
A brother and sister team. It all started back in February 2015 when siblings James and Lauren were having a brainstorming sessions. And they were saying to each other, we should make a love notes.
This is weird.
This is a strange brother-sister business.
You don't see that too often, actually. Yeah, me and my sis, we decided to start this business. It's usually brothers or sisters.
Definitely.
Or partners. That's unusual.
Brother and sister biz.
Interesting.
Thieves, if you're out there and you have a brother or sister, experiment with creating a business with them.
Yeah. All right, what you got for me?
Let's go to ergata.com, ERGATA.com. psyche.com. I have kind of two ideas that are both in this same zone.
Ergata. I've seen this ad.
Ergata, and then actually join fightcamp.com. I think a couple episodes ago we talked about like how much room is there in the market for basically exercise equipment with a single use that you pay thousands of dollars for and put in your home.
Like a Peloton, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about there's treadmills and bikes, and here are two more. We talked about rowing machines. And Ergata is somewhat interesting to me because they build themselves as that very, very fancy. It's like kind of an all wood rowing machine, but then
it's the rowing machine from House of Cards. Is what
that's exactly what Diego said when we're talking about it for the podcast. But it looks sweet.
It looks really handsome.
And kind of part of their billing idea is that it's gamified exercise, which is a little different than just like classes.
Yeah, which
I like.
Especially with rowing, you're like just trying to keep a rhythm or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this has almost like a Flappy Bird where you're trying to keep it in the middle of a thing.
So that's the $2,200 rower that does look better. This would be probably the best looking piece of exercise equipment you could buy.
Yeah, it definitely seems like this is for rich people for sure.
It's not cheap. And then I feel like there's almost no doubt that there is some sort of
monthly.
Yep, $29 a month charge.
What a freaking crock, man.
I don't know how these fitness companies keep getting away with, we're going to sell you a thousands and thousands of dollars piece of equipment, and then we're going to tack on a monthly charge for our stupid classes. It's so dumb. But that's Regatta, and then Fight Camp.
That's actually, I would say, I think that's actually a differentiator, is if somebody came into the market and said, hey, we're selling this thing with no monthly costs and you get training and you get an ecosystem. I would want that. And to be sold that as you've already paid for the equipment. Don't pay for it every month.
Exactly. And I think really if it was just like, we have thousands of hours of video content and thousands of great classes that are pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Because what's not sustainable is, okay, we're going to sell a bunch of rowers and then what's going to pay for all the thousands of years of classes that we now need to host. But it's just like, we create a library, we post new classes every month.
It's not endless.
It's not endless daily class, but it's enough classes that you'll never run out.
Especially where it's like, how many classes are you really taking?
Exactly.
Like, let's
could
be
you
real.
not stand to retake a class like a year later?
I think part of Peloton's selling point is that they have
the best trainers.
Yeah, Diego says, but you can buy the best trainers, but then just convince your user base to settle for pre-recorded, and potentially in 2 years you might have to take a class you already took.
The second best trainer.
Exactly. But yeah, so I want to talk about Fight Camp too, which is a integrated boxing where there's a content library and interactive, and it's more than just boxing at home.
So this is like one of those stand-up punching bags, but so a lot of these things, they have a TV built into it. This does not. This is just, it's a punching bag that maybe there's some sort of connection.
Yeah, there's something in the
mitts,
gloves, and I imagine there's something also in the bag.
Yeah.
And
that syncs up with the TV. So you got to buy a TV. And then, it looks like.
And it's $13.49. It looks like it's
you can get
$12.19 for just like one kit just for you. And then $13.49, and it comes with additional wraps and boxing gloves.
Yeah, I think probably.
Fight Camp membership separate.
No.
Yeah,
how much is Fight Camp?
I don't know. They're not clear about.
So probably $30 a month.
And almost certainly $30 a month.
Yeah, what is it with these guys, man?
There's no end. Yeah, and it's just so interesting that there is now a customized, integrated home exercise device for every single type of exercise.
Yeah.
And
I wonder, there's a service here, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but basically you pay $30 or $40 a month, and it gets you access to like lots of totally different kinds of gyms.
What is it called?
Yeah,
and we're talking about it because our friend, at least I'm thinking of one particular person that always is like trying to get people to join this.
Yeah, let's hop on this or whatever. And but it's not, it's like you get CrossFit, but also a regular gym, and also like a bouldering gym.
Yeah, you get
yoga.
Different.
And so the idea is, you're like going around and doing all these things.
Which doesn't that seem 100 times a better idea?
Yes.
Than all of the.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be cooler if, like, one day you want to row and you go to a rowing gym? If such a thing exists. But then one day you want to rock climb and you go to the rock climbing gym.
Yeah. If there was some way, and that's the hard thing, is all these I would rather have worse equipment and pay for a service that's, hey, this you're getting rowing and you're getting punching and you're getting, you're getting all the service, all biking.
Yeah.
And that's what you're paying $30 a month for a real gym suite, not just like, this is boxing.
On the flip side, I don't remember how many episodes it was and who even presented it, but remember we talked about how there's the gym and then there's the James.
So that was my brother.
Yeah, and the James is the upskill gym.
Yeah.
Is like right now, I don't go because of COVID, but I have a pass for Vasa and it's all the equipment's fine.
Yeah.
But I would like a gym that was like, they already have a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah.
And that would be of tons and tons of value to me.
Totally. Yeah. My brother, it was after gym drop. He was like, hello, the James, another opportunity. Could have called that.
I kind of like the James.
I know.
I understand it's a play on gym, but even like a gym that was called
James,
like
there's something fun about
nice serif font. So yeah, I go to the,
what's like the win?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's my idea for a gym.
Okay, we'll do one more here. This is bedjet.com.
If you haven't seen an ad for Bedjet, you're living under a rock.
This is the first time I've seen it.
Really?
Was today.
I've been getting these ads for years.
Diego also just threw his head back. Yeah, it's
years.
So Bedjet, no more night sweats, no more sleeping hot, no high AC bills. It's like a little vent thing that plugs into your blanket and either heats you up or cools you off. I thought of you instantly. I was like, for some reason, I feel like this is something.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have one. I think I'm a little off put always by the price, which is it's $350.
Yeah, it's big.
But the idea of having cold air under the sheets, like I can be both under the blanket and there's soothing, cool air passing over me. It's like heaven.
A dream. We currently experience this problem. Actually, my wife is pregnant and very warm, and I often am. I'm cold blooded. I often am cold. I'm usually the first person to put a sweater on. And so we have a pretty thick down blanket. And so she sleeps in a totally different blanket most nights because she's like, how could you even sleep in this? So something like this actually might be a solution for us.
I would say if my partner's listening, I would love a Bedjet for Christmas. He doesn't listen to the podcast, so he'll never hear this, but.
So in order to get cool on one and hot on the other, you got to buy 2 Bedjets? Is that the idea?
I don't know. It doesn't clearly advertise that.
Yeah, clearly advertised that you can do.
But in theory, yeah, you would need 2.
Because on the main page it shows like the split of the bed, and it shows 70 degrees on one side and 89 degrees on the other side, which seems like you're getting both. But
yeah, it's hard to tell.
But it's being like piped in, so I guess it could be piping in and having 2 different. No, there's no way. It's got to be.
It has to be.
It's got to be one or the other.
Have you guys seen doTERRA's version of this? Can drop essential oils.
I like the idea. I kind of like that.
Throwing lavender.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
They say that stuff is
It
soothing.
looks like in order to get dual zone climate comfort, it's double the price.
So you're buying 2.
And I think it's basically 2 Bedjets.
Yep.
That's dumb because the main page makes it seem like the default product is dual climate control. But really, it's if you buy 2 of them, you can have different temperatures.
Because it looks like almost like a sleep number type thing. What's your number? She can be at 80 and you're at 50 or whatever.
Yeah,
so that'd be like, oh, actually,
it's as simple as just buy 2. If a blanket website were to show like a hot and a cold, like on both sides, but it's in reality you can buy a heavy blanket or a thinner blanket. Yeah. Just silly,
dumb. This is too expensive, but it is a good idea.
It would be a good Christmas gift, though.
And I would say
that's a good thing to be surprised by.
I think their branding is a little janky, especially for how much it is.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
Bedjet, that looks like a logo that I can make in about 5 seconds. And the website is, I think, with a nice little rebrand. I don't know. It's going for the as seen on TV look, I guess.
It is, but it's not as seen on TV is the thing.
When it's not that the price is not. If this was $199, sure,
that
but
would make all the difference.
It really would.
That $100 would make all the difference.
But like $350, sell this thing in a nice oak finish. Just swing for it if you're gonna charge that much.
Go for the Ergata. Like brand appeal. This is the website that Bedjet needs for their price.
Honestly, sell them 2. Don't even sell 1. Sell 2 for $6.99 and make it in a matte finish.
Exactly.
That is the play.
Yep. Love it.
Anyway, thieves. That's the idea.
That's Bedjet. I think it is a product that I would like to use.
Yeah, me too.
That's all.
Let's see if Bedjet can sponsor an episode.
I would also like to use a Tesla. I would like to use a lot of really expensive things.
Now, before we move into the main idea, Andre, it is important to talk about our sponsor of this episode, which is Manscaped. Manscaped.com, the finest in men's grooming. You've got one. I've got one.
Diego has one.
We use them all the time.
Avery has one.
Avery might have one.
I think he does.
Avery does have one.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with Manscaped, they sponsor our show, and even if they didn't sponsor the show,
I would be 100% thrilled with the product. All the same.
Yeah, this is one of those products where I'm not even sugarcoating. It's just a good product. Like,
it's waterproof. It has a light.
Yeah. The no nick technology, or whatever they call.
To this day, 0 injury.
No injury. That's the big thing. So yeah, if you use our code STEEL20, you get 20% off and free shipping. Of course, going to be down in the show notes.
It's really an awesome deal, and we're right at that point. I think I just ordered one for a friend. I think it took 3 days to ship, as in it like from me clicking buy now to shipping. It was like 3 days. So you can get them really quick. Get them for Christmas. Get them for your friends.
They have lots of stuff too. They have like
not for your friends, but for your partner.
They have like nose hair trimmers, and they have like regular straight blade razors,
various deodorants.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff.
Underwear.
Check them out. Manscaped.com.
STEEL20.
Now it's time for the big idea, but I want the transition music, but I want the right transition. I really want to get.
We don't want to get in the same
not the green one, the blue one.
Every episode.
Here we go. Ready? No, it's not that one. It was the green one.
You tried to tell him.
It's so much better. That transition music is better.
It's all the same to me.
All right, Andre, I actually really want you to get deep into the theater of the mind on this one.
Okay, Mind Palace.
Because I don't know how much you... This is an idea that's around camping.
I don't know how many kids you have.
This is around camping.
Okay.
I know you go camping sometimes.
No, but I went camping a lot as a child.
Okay, great.
I know what camping is like.
Perfect.
But I do not go camping.
Now, I'm going to walk you through a couple pain points here that it's going to make sense.
So really, I'm in the backyard of the mind.
Yeah, the backyard of the mind here. Now, if you're going to go camping, there's a tiered approach to camping, right? So first you go with a tent, maybe with some buddies, and you're like, oh man, camping's fun. I'd love to go in something a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. Mm-hmm. So you get into the RV space, right? Have you ever camped in an RV?
Yeah, there was a period of time where we had access to an RV and used an RV occasionally, and then for the latter half of my childhood, we had a camper.
Okay,
like that you towed.
Got it.
Yeah.
So that's the first question. Do I get a camper? Mm-hmm. Do I get an actual RV that I'm driving? Yeah. Right. And do I get the third wheel? Do I get the 8 foot, the 10 foot, the 12 foot? There's lots of things. And by the way, all very expensive.
Yes.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
For something that you like to go camping, but am I going to go camping every day of my life?
Yeah.
Unlikely. So that's the first problem is like campers are expensive, even though there's a natural, you want to go camping in a camper. It's nice.
It sounds so great, but it's
so great.
Unreasonably expensive.
Now, the second problem is, let's say you do get a camper, right? Mm-hmm. Or an RV or whatever. A lot of RV destinations, you're like in an RV park and it's not that great, like dumpy sometimes. So you're like, I'm going camping just to be around a bunch of RVs.
It takes the whole spirit. Like RV parks really are the opposite of camping.
And then the other thing is, so outside of RVs just being expensive, they're not only expensive in and of themselves, but if you're going to tow something, like you have to have a truck. You have to have the right vehicle. So if you have a Prius,
and a truck is very expensive.
The truck is very expensive, right? So it's like the barrier to entry is really high.
Yeah.
To do, something that is like really fun, like really good camping, RV camping is great. Now, Andre, what I'm going to call this, you have 2 angles to call this, and I'm going to let you choose which one you think.
Okay.
Before I get into it, so we can either go the fancier route and call it Cascadia, or we can go the more kind of homegrown and call it Mountain Mikes. What do you want to go with?
I like
Cascadia.
That's I could see myself being involved with a business called Cascadia.
All right. Well, let me walk you through Cascadia and how great of an idea it is.
Great.
So if you're going to go to a national park, a lot of national parks, but camping grounds in general, but national parks are good. You usually drive there, you pay a fee, and then you got to drive another couple miles in, find a spot, you camp there. Imagine, Andre, instead of having to spend $20,000 to $50,000 on an RV and $20,000 to $30,000 on a truck, and then load that thing up and drive, getting 2 miles to the gallon, right, to this national park. Imagine if you drove to the national park, and right outside the national park was a Cascadia. And at Cascadia, You are driving an RV or a camper 1 mile to the destination, right? Then you have the whole suite of RVs to choose from, the 10 foot, the 8 foot, the 9 foot, right? Not only that, Andre, you can choose the level of camping you want to experience, right? Do you want to bring all your own stuff? Take the RV for a couple nights. They've already got a handful of pre-scoped out areas. You got the one by the lake. You got the one that in the trees. You got the one by the mountains, right? You got the one that's with fishing. You got one. They already know all the good spots, right? So you're driving there. You're saying, I want this RV. They say, great. Which spot do you want? I want to go to this spot. Okay, there's 10 other people going to be. There's 5 people here. There's no people here. We can choose that. And then you choose which package you want. Do I want to bring my own stuff? Do you want just like kind of the entry level camping package? That's going to give you s'mores. It's going to get you firewood, right? They're going to preload this thing for you. Or you go the even higher route, the more deluxe route, and you don't have to bring anything. They got fishing equipment for you. They got sleeping bags, the nice stuff, right? So they're giving you a premium, awesome camping experience. And it's just what's great about this. Yeah, you're going to pay a little more than you would normally pay, but you're not going to pay even close to how much you would pay buying an RV and maintaining it and all the equipment and all that kind of stuff. So you're putting basically an outfitters outside of any national park, but also any good camping spot's going to have a Cascadia franchise. And you're going to get these RVs. As a business owner, this is better for you because you're not lugging it across the country, lugging it across these highways. You're taking it in and out. In fact, that can be part of the service, right? You drive your Prius up. They could take you out there if you want, if you're not, you don't feel comfortable, or you can tow it, whatever you want to do. And then the kicker to all this, because I think I can see myself going to Cascadia, but the real kicker is also in a Cascadia on your way out, hot showers and an ice cream shop. So you go to Cascadia.
A wonderful kicker.
There's a wonderful kicker. So you go, you say, okay, I want to do the 10 foot. I've never been fishing before. Let's throw the fishing package in there. We want the starter kit with a fire. We want the camping chairs. We have good tent. We don't need that. Oh, they do have a 10-man tent. Okay, we'll get the 10-man tent. The bunk beds, sure. We'll throw that on in. Okay, it's going to be however much. I'm splitting it between 10 guys. Awesome. We go out. We have fun. We come back. We hop in the hot showers. That comes with a free double scoop of vanilla bean. You just remember all the fun trips you had, and then you drive home in your Prius. Cascadia.
It is a good idea, but with
your addition.
But with my questions, with my user research questions.
Yes.
Not being a camper, or not being somebody that takes an RV, is I wonder if the average person that wants to stay in an RV says, oh, they're so cool because you can drive them around from place to place.
Some people think that. Yeah.
I just wonder, like, how prevalent is that as a thought of, oh, I want an RV, but if I'm going to stay in an RV, the whole point is that I can take it from here to there to there.
Well, I think in a national park, in a big enough place, you've got some region that you can travel amongst. If you're the guy who's, I want to go RVing across the country, you're going to get an RV.
Totally.
But for the layman who's, I'm not going to get an RV, but I'd like to have it. I go to my brother-in-law's house, or my sister's house up in Idaho, and my brother borrows a camper from a friend, and it's so nice. Their kids sleep in there, and they keep all their stuff in there. They cook, and they do all sorts of stuff in there. And I'm left car camping with this crappy tent. Man,
I wish I could have that.
I wish I could have that. Or even just, again, you thinking of it almost like a hotel where you're like, yeah, I would love to go to Glacier National Park or Banff or whatever. Imagine if I can have a really awesome experience, fully loaded with the best camping gear in an RV, and I'm not worried about the elements, not worried, do I have the right stuff?
And a lot of those things are so annoying because you have to be like really seriously outdoorsy.
Yes.
Or you're making a ton of investments that you're like, I'm buying a camper stove, and this sucks because I go camping once a year. Right?
Exactly.
So I see a ton of value in like a pre-packaged model, and I also know for a fact that, like, I could see me and my friends saying, "Let's go to Glacier," and saying, "Like, let's get a camper," and that way we're in the wilderness, but we're definitely not gonna drive a truck all the way up there. That's not reasonable. Let's just go up there, and then we'll rent this sweet RV, and it'll have fishing poles and firewood and marshmallows,
all the stuff you'd want. You just bring in food,
and it takes out like so much of the pain that I associate with camping, which is like leaving, which is like the worst part. And it's just
the packing all that
pre-packing
sucks.
And like what food and do we have everything? And no, we got to go back to town because we don't have everything. We don't have lighter fluids, and I'm gonna go back to town and get lighter fluid and then come back out. So I love the idea of, let's just go somewhere and then, like, we're gonna hit Cascadia. We're gonna rent. I have this picked out pre-registered or whatever. And even they're going to drive it out there and we just show up and have a camp in the woods.
Yeah. And yeah, it's fully loaded, all the nicest stuff. There's just so many ways that you could monetize this in my mind, where it's like, oh, in this region, there's fly fishing. You could chuck in a fly fishing guided tour or whatever.
Yeah. There's like almost unlimited upsell opportunity.
Yeah.
Like somebody was really, if you hire great people for a business like this, you can make a lot of like point of sale business, I think. I just would say totally love the idea. I would totally use this. I would say thieves that are thinking like Cascadia, I want to do this. I just would do that user research.
Yeah, totally.
I would want to talk to people who aren't me and see, are you interested in going somewhere and getting an RV and just using it there?
Well, and paying like, it basically be like, hey, are you good paying $1,000 for a week camping?
Yeah.
And basically like a rented RV that you don't have to drive with all this other, or whatever. You'd figure out that.
Yeah. And I also think the other piece of user research is find a bunch of parks that are like growing in popularity that don't have any resources that are like that now.
Sure.
Which is to say they don't have a campground with cabins, because it's okay, that's like kind of harder to compete with. Or they don't have like nearby hotels or motels or whatever. You want somewhere that's like people want to go there, but the only option if they go there is to camp now.
And I honestly think that
or to bring their own RV.
I think you'd have 80%. I think you'd be booked out all year. I really do. I think you're basically like, hey, for every RV we get, you just multiply that by weeks in the camping year. Yeah. You're only as limited as like your ability to house inventory. Like so many people, or I guess camping spot, like ideal camping spots or whatever. But in my mind, there's so much upside, and you, because you're driving it, they're not very far. You're not putting a lot of mileage or damage on these RVs.
That would like one of the most interesting things, which is you could just eliminate so much wear.
Yeah,
on the vehicle.
They last for so much longer. They
last forever because they're making 1 mile back and forth trip.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and especially if you're the one driving them out, like you're controlling it's not some noob who just doesn't know what they're doing.
I think, the other piece of user research then is to compare, because you can rent an RV now. I wonder if you were to talk to people who rent RVs now, which seem like a pretty interesting market for you, and ask them, would you rather rent an RV and drive it to a national park, or go to a national park and pay X number of dollars more, and there's already a pre-stocked, pre-furnished, pre-everything RV for you there.
Yeah.
And see like how many of those people are interested and could become customers of you. Cascadia.
Mountain Mike's is, I think, a fun...
Mountain Mike's, I actually think, with the context of the idea, I think Mountain Mike's actually might do better.
It's a fun name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Mountain Mike's here.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly.
And think about opening up I'm going to open up a Mountain Mike's franchise. I love camping.
It does sound better. And
you could start with your own RV. That's the other thing, is I could bring my RV and get one more RV and I'm ready to go. I'm booking trips.
Love it.
Mountain Mike's.
Do you think there are timeshares for RVs?
Oh, yeah. Especially big ones, like nice ones, for sure. Maybe timeshares.
Like, or co-ownership, like we're in 10 people on a...
I wouldn't be surprised that those big ones that, just like a houseboat.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
gotta be.
They're like $100,000. Yeah, you have 4 people go and you get everybody gets a month in the summer or whatever. Sure.
That would be, not to undo your idea at all, I would be like interested in that.
Sure. No, I think that's an interesting concept.
Also, like with the RV already located in areas that I'm interested in, like an RV in California, it's like great. We make our yearly trip out to California. We have our week with the RV. We go up and down.
Think about road tripping. Think about the difference between road tripping with a camper across the country and road tripping in an electric car.
Yeah, way different.
Where you're like, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to each Mountain Mike's in these awesome places, and I'm getting 100 miles to the gallon or whatever. So you cut your cost of your trip in half.
Right. No, I get it.
Anyway, Mountain Mike's.
Mountain Mike's.
Thieves.
That's the official name.
Let me know what you think about Mountain Mike's. If you would want to start a franchise,
I can't wait to name this episode Mountain Mike's. It's gonna be so fun.
All right, for the last bit of the episode here, I want to dive into the mailbag here. One of the I don't think he listens a ton.
Okay, Patrick. Our Patrick. I don't think he listens at all.
But he does contribute to...
Yes, he does. He is a wonderful contributor, but I don't think he listens very often.
So he submitted an idea. He says, an app that lets you connect with other people in your area to play games like volleyball, basketball, tennis, pickleball, golf, or board games. It says criteria for connecting with people can include skill level, preferred location, allow users to connect with people they frequently play with, and connect with other users in people's circles. Can schedule recurring games, send out LFGs to people in your area, basically like LinkedIn, but for recreational activities. It's a Google Maps API.
I like the idea. I think we talked about something similar many episodes ago when I was most into pickleball.
Yeah.
Like I wish there were apps to support finding pickleball players. I think there's room for something like this. Again, it just faces that same uphill battle.
Critical mass.
Exactly. You got to get so many people on your freaking app.
I do know that
it sucks. So many good services are limited by the fact that nobody will use them.
Yeah, I do know there is something like this for soccer games that exist, pick up soccer and for league soccer, stuff like that. I know I'm pretty confident that exists. I tried to start an app like this once, not for this, but for social gatherings. And yeah, it's hard, man. Like getting critical mass. I don't think people have cracked that code yet.
No, I think it's just luck right now.
And I was thinking about this. So last episode when you guys talked about groupie, and especially when you talked about I don't know if it was added functionality or a co-idea where you are basically exchanging favors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we decided that it was like a component of groupie.
Yeah. So the more I thought about it, I thought the biggest problem with that, with both of them, is you still need a reason for someone to be like, I need to download this and I need all my friends to download this. Yeah. And that's such a hard thing to get somebody to be like, buy into this social ecosystem.
And what's crazy is it's just like, when was the last time you even had to do that? All those apps are already there.
You don't think you got to text it to do a favor?
No, I think so. Diego's saying, what if I just got a text? It was like, Diego, do you a favor, sign up with this app to trade a favor back. I think there's endless growth marketing techniques that are out there. But it's like the track record. It was like, when was the last time you were brought into a new social network?
And there are good ideas that I see.
Discord, probably. It's probably the last app that it was like, you have to get on this so everybody else.
Well, my thought was those two ideas would actually be features of it'd have to be part of a bigger platform that connected people in a different way that they're not connected now.
Yeah. Nextdoor. Nextdoor, if you're out there, I've talked about your freaking app many times on this podcast.
Yeah.
And Nextdoor today is like just a message board for neighbors. It feels like there's so much functionality, like favor, doing whatever, that Nextdoor should incorporate. A lot of these apps we talked about on the show.
Yeah.
And Nextdoor is basically featureless now. So it's like,
right.
Why can't they siphon up some actually interesting ideas, because they have a social network with a lot of neighbors on it now?
Yeah. Yeah, what I was thinking was, what if you took the Find My Friends app, but you took away the ability to see explicitly where people were, and it was more you could see generally where people were. And that way it was like, so it's like Diego could be like near a Best Buy or something, or like in a city, and it was like, hey, some of your friends are by Best Buy right now. Do you need, like, it would almost like prompt you, and it wouldn't say, oh, this is exactly where Diego is. You couldn't see that.
Yeah.
But it would tell you when they were by points of interest. And so it was shopping right now. Like it just knew, just like Google knows when you're in Chick-fil-A, it's, hey, how was Chick-fil-A? Give us a rating.
Just like more broad strokes, like shopping.
It's Scott is at Smith's right now, or Albertsons or whatever. If you need something, let them know here.
So awesome.
That would be so.
And just like, it sucks to feel a little bit defeated by
that
the concept of a network. But then this is another concept I talked about on the show. He's like, you look at Elon Musk and the Tesla. 10 years ago, I would have said it's impossible to start a new major car brand.
Here he is. Going into space.
So it's just, I know it's like very,
anyway.
It's a very LinkedIn post message that I just made. But the concept is you have to believe in the ability to innovate even in product categories where it feels impossible.
Yeah.
And networks are one of those.
Totally. Yeah. And interesting these days, especially where I often think we are ripe for, I feel like we're about to experience a bunch of things over again. So I was thinking about the Harlem Shake the other day, and it's like, when was the last time we had something like the Harlem Shake?
Scott was just thinking about how he wants to dance really bad.
And then I was thinking about what does the fox?
He's in his costume closet, and he's like, I wish the Harlem Shake could come.
But it was like this weird phenomenon that was just like came and gone. And what does the fox say was this thing that like this really weird off the end Gangnam Style, right? Like we have these every once in a while. We'll have this thing that happens. It's just like eclipses everything, and everybody knows about it. Yep. And you get these little micro things in TikTok or whatever, but not on the global scale of some of this stuff. And I feel like we're due for some of these things, to make their way back into our lives. I don't know.
Anything is possible, thieves.
Anything is possible. What else is possible, Andre?
What?
Sending us an idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there any ways to do it?
Let me tell you, Andre, there's a couple. One, chat us on any of the socials at Go Steal This Idea, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. 2, call us. Don't call us, but leave us a message. 888-416-IDEA. Leave us a message. We
had it ready.
If we have any good ideas or any ideas that you leave us, we will play it on the show.
Idea at GoStealThisIdea.com.
I think Romeo Butters left an idea last week.
He did. We loved it.
Love to hear from Romeo. And then you can also just email us, idea@GoStealThisIdea.com, like you just said. Give us a rating on all of the platforms. I think Apple is really the one that matters the most.
We would really love a rating on Apple.
Apple feels great. Also, and if you give us a rating on Apple, part of our new Instagram campaign is we're highlighting our reviews.
That's right.
So if you want your review highlighted on our soon-to-be viral, popular Instagram, go and throw us a review on Apple Reviews, and we'll see that.
Please do. I will pay you $2 to share us in your company Slack.
Andre will always pay $2 to share.
To this day, not a single soul has claimed it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't want to overhype our marketing efforts. No one has ever done it. But I would love if you would be the first thief to do it.
This is how you do it. You open up your company Slack. You go to the random channel. You say, hey, if anyone's looking for a cool podcast.
Here you go. Maybe link them your favorite
Steal
idea.
This idea. This is one of my favorite episodes. Take a picture of that, either screenshot or from your phone, and then email it to us or send it to us, and you'll get $2 Venmo that day.
Instant transfer.
We want to see it happen, thieves. We want to see it happen.
Just one.
Is that going to do it for the episode?
I think so.
I think so. We're gonna have a surprise outro instead of the regular outro music. Avery, he's gonna tickle.
Oh my! I just turned around. Avery's back there. I didn't even know.
He's gonna tickle the old guitar string there and give us some outro music. But thieves, we love you. We appreciate you, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye.
And remember, thieves, get 20% off and free shipping with the code STEAL20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code STEAL20. Do it.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.